It's time. It's time. It's time again to expose corrupt governments, people that you think are squeaky clean. Some of you who believe, oh no, these people, there's no possible way that my government could be so heinous and evil. Oh no, we're here to expose all of that, to throw your ideas of a good government into the wind. Let's go. Here we go. Now, the topic of today, and the title of this video rather, how China is slowly killing us all. But first off, before that, I gotta say this. The world we have is a finite world. It's not forever. It's not created by some magical substrate or substance or whatever. The world we have has a limited amount of air, has a limited amount of soil, has a limited amount of arable land, a limited amount of natural resources, a limited amount of water. So if you think these things are going to be there forever, when we know what these governments are capable of doing, which we're going to expose right now, if you think these things are going to be there forever, then you really don't understand that this world is not forever. It looks big. It looks so... When you look at the sky, you see how big the Earth is. The Earth is not so big. I mean, other planets in our solar system are much bigger than Earth by far. But we're on a tiny speck, and if we lose this Earth, we're fucked. I just gotta put it there out really plain and simple. We lose the Earth, we're fucked. Let's say we ran out of resources before we could become a space age. Then we're stuck on Earth with no resources, and we're fighting against each other for whatever little resources left. People could turn even fucking... People could start eating each other because there's nothing. Or in this situation, when that happens, when the end game happens, when we run out of resources totally, when our resources all become depleted, then we're in trouble. So let's hear what this man has to say about the Chinese and how China is slowly killing us all.
Chinese people as a race. I'm talking about a nationality thing. I'm talking about mainland China. The attitudes and society that has allowed the current crisis to exist. I have some court documents here, which is going to prove my point. I got a lot of them. I'm going to take a brief look at this later. But let's just start by giving you a little bit of a background. If you've watched some of my videos, you'll know that I've spoken about this briefly before. China has completely outfished the waters off the coast of China. And so
China has completely... Let's pause there for a second. Hold up. China has completely outfished its own waters. Okay? Let's make that... Let's just be clear on something. China is overfishing.
So their fishing trawlers must seek alternatives, and the alternatives are the rest of the entire world. Clandestine Chinese fishing has decimated the fish stocks off the coast of South Africa, my country, and most of the African coast, where corrupt leaders are easily paid to turn a blind eye, while local fishermen and communities suffer greatly. Why is it that China gets a free pass on this? Where are the Greta Thunbergs of the world on how China is disproportionately outstripping the ocean of its fish? There is no catch and release or sustainable fishing in the modern Chinese mentality. China, mainland China, went through devastating starvation. They went through devastating famine. It was the results of the Great Leap Backwards and the cultural devolution the Communist Party put into place, and it led to the starvation of millions of people. I mean, just think about that for a minute. Millions of people died from starvation. You had situations where...
This is the Great Leap. That's what's happening. I think I mentioned this, or probably not. I can't remember if I did it or I must have deleted that video if I did it somewhere. But the famines and all the bullshit, totalitarianism, communism, communism, Chicoms, the Chicoms, because people think Chicoms don't exist. They're a fucking totalitarian state that is doing illegal things, going and overfishing in its own waters, and its own waters are almost depleted, and then now it is moving towards the oceans of Africans. They're coming into our fucking backyard. They're coming here into our fucking soil, or if not our soil, but our water. They're stepping there with their fucking trawlers and their fucking fishing trawlers and their mega ships, and they're just taking fish that belongs to Africans when in the whole country some people are starving, they don't even eat food, and people are unemployed and they don't have anything. And the meanwhile the Chinese are stealing all the food that belongs to Africans. And in our territory, because it's still our territory. The sea is still our territory. It may not be the land, but it's the sea itself. The seas, the oceans, that's our territory. So this bullshit's got to stop, man. We don't need more of this fucking communist Chicom fucking bullshit. We don't need any of this Chicom fucking bullshit in our fucking country. They want to spread leftism. They got fucking leftists in the universities and the schools and all that bullshit. Now they want to spread it further. Now they want to extend it to spread communism to our fucking waters. No. No, 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 no. No, we're not going to allow that. We're not going to allow that. That does not sit well with me. That does not sit well with anyone who has a reasonable sense of mind to understand what these people are doing. Look at this. 30 million people died. Huh? 30 million people died in their own famines when these people were starving themselves. Huh? These Chicoms. What the fuck is going on here? Chicom totalitarian states, they must be called what they are. A spade is a spade. A totalitarian state is not good. Totalitarian states are evil. They are very evil. And this has got to stop.
People were selling their children as food. Cannibalism was a thing. It's terrible. It's a horrible, horrible pockmark on the history of China. And it's something that the Communist Party would very soon forget. But unfortunately, people don't forget.
You can't forget history, man. That thing is documented. That shit's documented. We all know what the Chicoms are doing in the backyard, what the Chicoms are doing. And remember, when we refer to Chicoms, not referring to the people, we're referring mostly to the corrupt, systemically deep state influence and also controlled governments and their systems. And just the system, yeah, more than anything, just the system. Which is totalitarian, by the way. I just need to throw that in again there so it's clear.
It's now bred into society. It's bred into the psyche, and especially the people that still survived today, that lived through that time. They will never forget the bad times of starvation. And what this has resulted in is it's resulted in a situation where if there's something to take now, they will take it now, without any regard for the future and what might happen in the future. If the food is there, eat it now. In fact, the most common greeting in China when you meet someone is they ask you, 吃饭了没? Which means, have you eaten? It's that ingrained into the culture that a normal, like, how are you doing, is, have you eaten? I don't know if you've been keeping up with the news, but just recently, a massive flotilla of Chinese fishing vessels was surrounding the Galapagos Islands. 300 of them, they fished for 73,000 hours non-stop, pulling up tons and tons and tons of sea life, fish, squid.
Let's just stop it a bit there. Yeah. This shit is fucking insane. Where the fuck is the military tribunals? Where the fuck is the military tribunals? Try, sentence, hang all these fucking eco-criminals. Eco-war criminals, because that's what they are. They are war criminals because they wage war on the fish, they wage war on all the organisms lower than human beings. These fucking eco mass murderers, eco-genocidal, if there's even a fucking such a word, man. Eco-genocidal fuckers who want to destroy this whole fucking planet. These Chicoms. And remember what he said, it's not the people. All the people in these systems, they're just the political pawns of these governments. But these fucking corrupt-ass governments, the Chicoms, hey, Chicom, hey. These guys don't fuck around. They're in the business of being evil.
Everything else from around the Galapagos Islands, completely destroying the habitats there, of course, completely unchecked. They're a menace. These Chinese fishing flotillas that go around the seas, around the entire world,
They
just
go around the seas just overfishing, not only in the African waters. Now they go to Europe, they go to France, they go to fucking the rest of Asia, they go to fucking South America, and they're just stealing these Chicoms, they're going and stealing all the fish. So not only can they cause ecocide on their part in their own territory, they want to cause a global ecocide. So the whole system is fucked up. So now when there's no fish in the water, that's going to cause imbalances in the ecosystem. We lose coral because they're damaging the coral. That's going to fuck up the ecosystem, and then more mass species start dying off. More species start dying off in mass extinctions. Like we go fast forward to the year 2300 and the world is fucked. So this is why we have to stop this bullshit. And this is why my call to arms is that we need to get our own, we need to own shit. We need to be our own government so we can enforce our territory, so we can have our shit in our own territory. We have our own industry. We have our own industry, construction companies, mining companies, fishing companies, etc. And we can stop. And we can fucking stop the Chicoms or anyone else for that matter from overfishing in our oceans. But because we don't control our country, South Africa, because the black agenda does not control, the black nationalist agenda does not control our country in South Africa, because the black community is disempowered and impoverished, and the globalists and the communists, the in South Africa, they control everything. So we have to fight back. We have to fight back. We have to give it all our might, because by the time we get in power in the far future, if we're not doing anything now, for instance, it'll be too late. The oceans will be dead, and then we'll have nothing, and our own oceans would have been eaten by the Chicoms. You see, guys, come on now, come on. Where is the tribunals? Where is the tribunals? Where is the tribunals? Where is the tribunals to fuck these idiots, to kill them, man? Just to fucking just destroy these eco criminals, man. These fucking eco criminals, just murder these fuckers, fuck them up, man. Because if you don't fuck them up, they're gonna fuck up your system. So you choose. They're eco criminals. They're no different than fucking pirates in the ocean. This has actually become a form of piracy. So we're gonna allow these guys to not fucking hang their asses and fucking put these guys behind bars. We're too afraid to do any action, take any drastic action. So we just let them slide and just let them continue to rape the planet. What sort of bullshit is this, man? Get the fuck out of here.
stripping the oceans bare. And the reason they do this is the seas surrounding Maine.
They are stripping the oceans bare. If that's not a crime, I don't know what is. Motherfuckers telling me, no, we shouldn't kill them, that's evil. Well, if we don't get rid of them, they're gonna get rid of everything else. They're gonna get rid of everything else that we have. And we let them because, oh no, good Chinese, good, man. Chinese so good, man. They're a friend of Africa. Come and trade. And you let them in, bastard. So you fucking have to pay. And it's our own fucking government's fault because they're fucking corrupt. And they let the damn fucking Chicoms in and they took everything and now we're dying. Huh? The fuck is this bullshit?
Mainland China no longer contain enough fish to feed the populace. In fact, it's almost...
The fish is dying. Your oh my god. Your fishes are dying. Is that sinking in? Are we understanding what the fuck is going on? The oceans are dying. Our creatures are dying. Our fishes are dying. Huh? Our animals are dying. Wake the fuck up, man. Stay woke, man. 2300. We failed to do anything to stop the Chinese. We couldn't get our own government and own the banks, own the land, own the shit, and stop this shit. 2300. Our fishes are all dead. Our ecosystem is dead. You do the math, man. You just act and pretend like this isn't gonna fucking destroy everything. Act and pretend like I'm talking shit and what I'm saying is meaningless. And then watch your whole fucking life, the whole fucking planet be poisoned. and life just gets more miserable for our children and future generations. Cease, man. It's your fault. Cease. Cease, man. Cease. Because why? You chose to do nothing. You chose to let Chicoms do all their bullshit, man. You chose. You chose wrong. Huh?
Especially since China goes through these terrible situations, like recently with the swine flu that wiped out a huge amount, 50% of the pork in mainland China. You have food shortages. And the big floods that have happened recently, that started up in the Three Gorges Dam area and basically wiped out the breadbasket of China. You have food shortages. So what does China do in order to replenish and feed the population? Is they send out these massive fishing flotillas around the globe, destroying the sea life everywhere they go. And the problem is there is no sustainable fishing. They don't believe in sustainable fishing. When you see these fishing trawlers pull up fish, they will take something the size of a pinhead. They don't care. There's no catch and release in China. You have to understand, it's take, 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 take. So not only do we have these dangerous fishing flotillas going around destroying the world's oceans, we also have things like in the South China Sea where they build these artificial islands and they bring in these big ships.
I think we've had enough of this shit. We've seen these people. They need to be defeated. Otherwise, we're defeated. And that just and this that's all, man. That's all.